We were boating and I fell off the tube. I started swimming in as best as I could, and then my mom jumped in to bring me onto the boat, and my sister and dad started calling 911 while I was on the boat. It hurt really bad, but we're pretty sure it's the rope that cut my abdomen. We prayed this shortest prayer, Lord help me, and I feel like he was there with us. My mom told a bunch of people, and then they told more people, and there were more people than I even knew praying for me. When they were praying, it made me feel like I was really loved and made me feel like I was healing way faster.
I was at work on a Friday night. It was about 5:30, and it had been a long day. I was working on a project that had to get done, and I had a terrible headache. So I decided I'm going to go home, get some rest, come back first thing in the morning. That's the last thing I remember, is leaving work. I woke up about 4 or 5 days later in a hospital bed with a doctor standing over me. He started telling me I had just gone through 2 emergency brain surgeries. I had had a subdural hematoma, which is bleeding on the brain, that with the type of injury I had and with the surgery that was done, there was going to be damage. I was truly scared. You start thinking, what about my family? What about my job? Will we have enough income? All those thoughts were hitting me all at once. My family had contacted the church immediately when I was taken to the hospital. The prayers just flowed out of the church. I started reading the notes that had been sent to me by church members that I didn't even know, telling me about their prayers for me and what their thoughts were for me and how they were pulling for me. And some people that I didn't know would write to me not once, but during my 4-month recovery period, they'd write 2 and 3 notes. I was shocked. I really was. I just couldn't believe that that many people would take the time to pray for me. I came out of this whole experience with little or no damage physically. My doctor was simply amazed by my recovery, and I'm always, forever, going to be thankful to anyone that prayed for me.
When I first became sick, I was down in Florida visiting my sister and ended up in an emergency situation. I ended up with major surgery and ended up not being able to come home for over 2 months. People reached out to us from Easter that we didn't even know. Cards would come at home and thinking of you, praying for you. It was astonishing, and it did help. Prayer sustained me.
Well, when I'm praying for other people, it makes me feel like I'm helping them out by praying to God to be with them, knowing that God's with them, and makes me feel happy.
I don't think I understood the power of prayer until people gave that to me. It's different now when I'm praying for others. It gives me a feeling that maybe I'm making a difference in someone's life. The benefits that you got from the power of prayer, you're hoping that they're going to get that same experience, they're going to get that same benefit.
It's an extension of the Lord, I believe. It's a blessing. We're blessing Him as we do this work for Him.